Imagine sitting across from someone who's smiling, complimenting you, and making you feel on top of the world. But deep down, something feels off. Before you know it, you've agreed to something you'd never normally do. What just happened? You've likely encountered the shadowy world of dark psychology, the art of manipulating people's thoughts, emotions, and actions for personal gain. These tactics are subtle, powerful, and surprisingly common. If you've ever felt manipulated without understanding how it happened, keep watching. Today we're exposing 6 dark psychology tricks that can take over your mind if you're not careful. Let's dive in. Number 1. Reverse psychology. Ever been told, "I bet you can't do that," or "You're probably too busy for this anyway"? Reverse psychology is when someone gets you to do the exact opposite of what they're saying, planting the idea in your mind like a seed. It's subtle, but incredibly effective because it plays on your desire to feel in control. For instance, a boss might tell their employee, "You probably don't want this project. It's challenging," knowing they'll take it to prove themselves. Parents often use this tactic on kids. "Don't eat all those cookies." Suddenly, the forbidden becomes irresistible. While it can be harmless, in manipulative hands, it can pressure you into decisions you'll regret. The key to spotting reverse psychology is staying self-aware. Ask yourself, do I genuinely want this, or am I being influenced? Number 2, love bombing. You're the most amazing person I've ever met. I've never felt this way about anyone before. Sound familiar? Love bombing is when someone showers you with excessive affection, compliments, and gifts to win your trust quickly. It feels like a whirlwind romance or the perfect friendship. But once they've earned your loyalty, the tables turn. The attention fades and manipulation begins. This tactic is common in toxic relationships or even workplaces, where employers initially promise the world, but later exploit your commitment. How do you protect yourself? Take it slow. Healthy relationships build gradually. If someone's coming on too strong, too fast, it's worth questioning their motives. Number 3, the power of authority. Do it because I said so. Humans are wired to obey authority figures. Whether it's a doctor, police officer, or anyone in a position of power, we often comply without questioning. This instinct has evolutionary roots. Historically, following a leader could mean the difference between survival and danger. However, manipulators are keenly aware of this tendency and exploit it by presenting themselves as experts or leaders. Imagine a scammer posing as a government official, demanding sensitive information under the guise of legal compliance. Or consider a charismatic boss persuading you to take unethical actions by asserting their superior knowledge and experience. In both cases, the manipulator leverages your natural inclination to trust and obey authority to serve their agenda. This manipulation can be subtle and insidious, often making you doubt your own instincts. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, "They must know better," especially when the authority figure appears confident and knowledgeable. But this blind obedience can have serious consequences, leading you to make decisions that go against your values or best interests. To guard against this, it's essential to balance respect for authority with critical thinking. Authority should never replace your ability to question and analyze. Ask questions, seek clarification, and verify credentials whenever something doesn't sit right with you. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, don't be afraid to push back or seek a second opinion. Remember, true leadership encourages transparency and accountability, not blind obedience. Number 4, emotional manipulation. Imagine a friend constantly saying, "If you really cared about me, you'd help me." Or a coworker claiming, "I'll lose my job if you don't cover my shift." Emotional manipulation targets your feelings of guilt, fear, or pity to influence your actions. It's a tactic that leverages your emotions against you, subtly twisting your own values and empathy into tools for someone else's gain. This trick is especially harmful because it preys on your deeply held beliefs and moral compass. When someone emotionally manipulates you, they're not just asking for a favor. They're framing it in a way that makes refusal feel like a betrayal of your own principles. Over time, this can erode your confidence and make you question your own judgment. You may start to feel trapped in a cycle of obligation, constantly trying to please others at the expense of your own well-being. While it's natural to want to help those you care about, it's crucial to set clear boundaries. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding, not guilt and coercion. If someone repeatedly makes you feel bad for prioritizing your own needs or saying no, it's a sign that the relationship may be unhealthy. Take a step back and consider whether this dynamic is sustainable or fair. Remember, true connections support and uplift both parties, honoring individual needs and limits without manipulation. Number 5. Choice restriction. Imagine you're at a car dealership. The salesperson presents you with 2 cars that meet your budget and requirements, emphasizing that other options are unavailable. Feeling limited, you choose one of the 2 without considering alternatives. This is the essence of choice restriction, a manipulative tactic designed to make you feel like you only have a narrow set of options, steering you toward a specific decision. Choice restriction doesn't just happen in sales. It can appear in political campaigns where candidates frame issues as binary decisions: support this policy or risk disaster. In personal relationships, a partner might say, "It's either me or your friends," creating a false sense of urgency and forcing a decision that benefits them. Even in workplaces, managers may present limited project approaches to ensure their preferred method is chosen. The key to resisting this tactic is to pause and reflect. Ask yourself if there are truly no other options or if someone is just making it seem that way. Seek out additional information and alternatives. Real choices allow for exploration and consideration, not pressure and restriction. Number 6. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is one of the most dangerous and destructive forms of manipulation. It's when someone twists the truth to make you doubt your perceptions, memories, or sanity. They might say, "That never happened," or "You're imagining things." Over time, you start questioning yourself and relying on their version of reality. Gaslighting often occurs in abusive relationships, but it can happen anywhere: at work, with friends, or even in families. The goal is to destabilize your confidence and make you easier to control. If you suspect you're being gaslit, trust your instincts. Keep a record of events, seek outside perspectives, and don't be afraid to distance yourself from toxic influences. Final thoughts. Dark psychology tricks are all around us, from everyday interactions to high-stakes situations. The key to avoiding manipulation is awareness. By understanding these tactics, you can protect yourself and make choices that align with your values. Which of these tricks caught you off guard? Have you ever been on the receiving end of one of these manipulations? Share your story in the comments. Your experience could help someone else recognize the signs. If this video opened your eyes, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends to spread awareness. And don't forget to subscribe to Brainy Moment for more insights into psychology, mental health, and personal growth. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment of brilliance. Stay sharp, and we'll see you in the next video.